Alright, Shalom, all praises to YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHWASHI. Alright, salutation to the true and sincere Akim who's going according to the word of YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHWASHI. I was just listening to this video that Tahar posted, also known as Elder Tahar. No, the title says Yahawashi is only dealing with Great Millstone. No, I'm listening to this video, and is a whole bunch of hypocrisy in the video. No, this is not. No, here's what's gonna happen. Before I even get into it, here's what's gonna happen. People gonna ultimately think that I'm scoffing, or I'm rebelling, or you're coming up against the order, the men that the Lord set up. But what this man is saying is wrong. And I'm not finna stand over here and disrespect this man and call him by no names. I'll call him a nigger, but I am going to point out what he's saying is wrong through the scriptures. Alright? And I'm going to finish the video. I just decided to stop and take it from the start and just watch the video for the rest of it from 17 on, but I'm going to drag it back to the beginning. Because stuff that in here he's saying is wrong and is hypocritical. Is a lot of hypocrisy. And Yahawashi told us to be real for the leaven of the Pharisees, and that leaven is hypocrisy. Pure hypocrisy. Yahawashi is only dealing with Great Millstone. That title alone is hypocrisy. But furthermore, we're gonna play the video and we're gonna go into it. And people gonna be in their emotions when they see me post this video. I mean, well, it is what it is. It's the truth. The truth is the truth. Alright? Didn't I, the book of Susanna, right? I was getting this, let me see, 1 Corinthians 12, I'm gonna hold that, but then I want to get book of Susanna, King James Version Bible. When you read the book of Susanna, brothers, when you read it, Daniel had to save Susanna. The Lord used Daniel to save Susanna from these wicked elders who everybody thought would have been always right no matter what. No, I'm gonna just kick it off with the book of Susanna, then we're gonna listen to this video, man. It's sickening what's happening out here. And you're gonna hear the hypocrisy in the video. And I'm not scoffing, this is the truth according to the scriptures. Alright? And for the record, GMS does not have 100% truth. Yes, the mark of the beast is the RFID chip. Yes, that is true. But the rest of the stuff, other stuff that Great Millstone teach, pursuant to the 12 types chat, pursuant to the rape doctrine, pursuant to the missiles, that's wrong according to the scriptures. And it's funny, he said it in here that some men, it's funny, he said some men gonna see a particular camp, and then no matter what this man said, we're gonna go with him. He says some men, they're gonna be men like that. And it's funny, the men that he's talking about is following Great Millstone. No matter what you say, they're gonna agree with you, even if it's wrong. And that's sickening. And then he mentioned the sheep of Berea. Berea study. Berea would have had to question everything. Well, you know what? Let's read the book of Susanna. Hey, this is Susanna. We're gonna get the points. And I suggest you read this whole book for yourself. This is Susanna 1 and 5. The same year were appointed 2 of the ancients of the people to be judges. The ancients of the people, elders, cause elders is supposed to judge, but men go off. This is what these brothers not understanding. Men go off. Such as the Lord spake of, that wickedness came from Babylon, from ancient judges who seem to govern the people. So you seem to govern the people. You see. Verse 6, these kept much at Joachim's house, and all that had any suits-in-law came unto them. And this is just not with Great Millstone. This is with IUIC. This is with IUSPK. ICJC. All them alphabet letter camps. They can't even come out my mouth good. It says, no, keep in mind them two elders. No, let's jump down. No, verse 7. No, when the people departed away at noon, Susanna went into her husband's garden, and the two elders saw her going in every day and walking, so that their lust was inflamed towards her. So the elders was going off. All right. So we're gonna jump to what that. We're gonna jump to whew, verse 20. So what happened? They got hot in the pants for her, and they tried to corner her to do a double team on her. No, verse 20. Behold, the garden. This is them speaking. No, let me start from verse 19. Now when the maids were gone forth, the two elders rose up and ran unto her, saying, Behold, the garden doors are shut, that no man can see us, and we are in love with thee. Therefore consent unto us and lie with us. So these are two elders, ancient judges, man. 21. If thou wilt not, we will bear witness against thee that a young man was with thee, and therefore thou didst send away thy maids from thee. So they're saying they're going to be a witness. Why did they do that? Because Israel is doing, back then is the same as like, no matter what the elders said, they're going to believe it. 22. Then Susanna sighed and said, I am straitened on every side. For if I do this thing, it is death unto me. And if I do it not, I cannot escape your hands. So Susanna was in a tough position. But guess what? She didn't put no trust in no camp, no man. Guess what happened? Verse 23. It is better for me to fall into your hands and not do it than to sin in the sight of the Lord. So you know what? Yo, man, man. Forget these camps, man. It's better to not sin in the sight of the Lord, man. Verse 24. With that, Susanna cried with a loud voice, and the two elders cried out against her. So they tried. See, it starts here. No. Verse 26. So when the servants of the house heard the crying in the garden, they rushed in at the private door to see what was done unto her. But when the elders had declared their matter, the servants were greatly ashamed, for there was never such a report made of Susanna. So the elders already said what they had to say. And guess what? They didn't even listen to what Susanna had to say. They didn't listen to her point of view. Guess what? Because the elders is always right, right? You gotta cause the stuff that this man says in the video is wrong according to the scriptures, man. You think just because you're pushing the mark of the beast is the alpha, the chip, which is the truth, you think that's it? That's not it. There's a lot more to it. The Bible is a lot more. Men barely go into the New Testament and read the red letters, read about Yahawashi, read how to conduct yourself. But anyways, let's read it. Verse 28. And it came to pass the next day when the people were assembled to her husband Joachim, the two elders came also full of mischievous imaginations against Susanna to put her to death. 29. And said before the people, send for Susanna, the daughter of Chelsea, as Joachim's wife. And so they sent. Now let me jump down. Verse 24. Verse 34. Then the two elders stood up in the midst of the people and laid their hands upon her. And she weeping, looking up towards heaven, for her had trusted in the Lord, because here it is the whole damn congregation against her. Cause of these two wicked elders. 36. And the elders said, as we walked in the garden alone, this woman came in with two maids and shut the garden's door and sent the maids away. Then a young man there was hid came unto her and lay with her. So there they go, lying, bearing false witness. Same thing that these men do. The same exact thing that these men do. No, let's jump down to where they. No, let's jump down to where Susanna cried out, cause Daniel about to jack them up right now, and these is elders, and Daniel was a young man. Do you call Daniel was Daniel being rebellious? No. Let's jump down. Verse 41. Then the assembly believed them as those that were the elders and judges of the people. Oh yeah, brothers not reading this. So they condemned her to death just because they were the elders believed them. They didn't examine nothing. That's the same thing that's happening now, verse 42. Then Susanna cried out with a loud voice and said, O everlasting Yahweh, that knows the secrets and knows all things before they be. 43. Thou knowest that they have borne false witness against me, and behold, I must die. You know, y'all think y'all hiding from the Lord, but the Lord, man, the Lord gonna figure y'all out, man. It says, whereas I never did such thing as these men have maliciously invented against me. 44. And the Lord heard her voice. Verse 45, big point right here. Therefore, when she was led to be put to death, the Lord raised up the Holy Spirit. First time the Holy Spirit got put in Daniel, of a young youth. Oh, was he being rebellious to the elders? It says, the Lord raised up the Holy Spirit of a young youth whose name was Daniel, who cried with a loud voice, I am clear from the blood of this woman. Verse 47, then all the people turned them toward him and said, what these words that thou hast spoken? What mean these words? What mean these words that thou hast spoken? 48, so he that standing in the midst of them said, are ye such fools, ye sons of Israel, that without examination or knowledge of the truth ye have condemned a daughter of Israel? Return again to the place of judgment, for they have borne false witness against us. So Daniel put them in the place as a young youth, since for y'all people who like to pull that rank card and who in this longer, and that's not what it's about. And when you read it, the elders got put to death. All right. No, going back over here, it's sickening, man. Oh my gosh. But let's listen to the video.
Bringing up the mark of the beast, and I'm going to entitle this video Yahawashi is only dealing with great millstone.
So which that alone is wrong. All right. But let's get into it, man.
And yeah, that's a hell of a topic, but
it's a lie. It's a lie.
Because we're the only group, and I keep bringing up the mark of the beast. Is the microchip technology, the RFID, NFC,
which is true, but there are other things that you go off in the scriptures.
Presents, which means acronym for near field communications, which is the microchip, which the world will, the majority of the people of the world will take that chip. The only ones that won't take the chip are the Israelites that are of the elect, that the Most High have opened their minds and their spirits to this truth. You got a lot of Israelite groups that teach that the mark of the beast is not the microchip, or some of them teach it, but they don't put every chapter, every verse of the book of Revelation, including Revelation 13, verses 16 and 17.
Which is, oh, you're right, but that's not what's happening over here.
It says here in Daniel 12, verse 4, but thou, O Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book, even to the time of the end. So the book of Daniel was sealed to the time of the end, along with the rest of the scriptures was sealed, like the book of Ezekiel, the book of Revelation. These Edomites, like these Mormons and these Calvinists and these different Protestants and what's his name, Martin Luther, and these Edomites back in the 1600s, the Most High didn't give nothing to them. The Most High didn't give nothing to and fro in knowledge until the time that it is. Elijah, which a lot of camps don't even teach, the time that Abba, Bib.
Okay, I think this is a point.
So the book was sealed until the time that Abba Bibbins came on the scene, which is the fulfillment of Elijah, which a lot of camps don't even teach.
That's not the fulfillment of Elijah. The fulfillment of Elijah was John the Baptist. Who you call Abba Bibbins was not John, was not Elijah. John the Baptist was Elijah. That already happened.
That a lot of camps don't teach that who King David is.
Paul, you don't know who nobody is. You're not supposed to entangle yourself in them genealogies and stuff like that. Okay, damn. Did Paul or Peter or anybody teach who King David was? Because you don't know.
So these guys are not men of the Lord. They're just guys that know.
So they're not men of the Lord because they don't teach that who you call Abba Bivin is Elijah, and they don't teach who King David is, who y'all believe to be Masha. So they're not men of the Lord for that reason, which is false anyway. You see what I'm saying? Like this is wrong. This is hypocrisy, and they gotta be somebody to say it's wrong.
just happened to wake up to the fact that they're Israelites, but the Most High didn't open up their minds to these scriptures. GMS has all the keys.
Pause. No, that was GMS doesn't have any keys. The one who has the keys is Yahawashi. This is Revelations 5:5. And one of the elders said unto me, Weep not. Behold, the Lion of the tribe of Judah, the root of David, hath prevailed to open the book and to loose the seven seals thereof. The Lion of the tribe of Judah is speaking about Yahawashi, the root of David, Yahawashi. He has the keys, not GMS, not no camp. When you say that, what you doing? You're cutting Yahawashi out the picture. Understand that you're cutting Yahawashi out the picture. Matthew 7:13. Enter ye at the straight gate. For wide is the gate and broad is the way. The straight gate is to the words of Yahawashi BAHASHAM Yahawashi. The straight gate is not GMS or any other camp. Speaking it plainly, it says that leadeth to destruction, and many there be which go in there at. Damn.
Anyway, I'm not going to make this long. I had another couple other scriptures. Oh, let me go to
let me see if I can jump.
above that. It says, but there is a power in heaven to the Medo-Persian Empire, which is a Greek kingdom.
But you see, barely any scriptures coming out proving that GMS got this. Like that's like you. Oh boy, you adding and taking away from the word, man. Hold on, man.
Or empire days dream, and it says even to the what truth it is that our power. Okay, let me go the service to some Jake that's in a Kemetic ways or more. I mention it. So the Most High spoken to us through us. One of the things that he gave us was a mark of the beast, the microchip. So the Most High is speaking to Israel.
You know, it's funny, man. Hey, it's so funny, cause. Okay, let me just make a point, man. Anybody who got a pair of brains and spiritual discernment could see it is a whole bunch of BS, man. First and foremost, when I was in high school, I've been done convinced and knew. When I was in high school, and I ain't watched none of Great Millstone videos. I watched some documentary, some long ass documentary, cause that was about just looking up stuff on the internet. That's when I was looking at documentaries about the Illuminati and stuff like that. I already figured out the Alpha Digit was the mark of the beast in Revelations 13 and 16. And it didn't, the Lord revealed that to me. And it didn't come from GMS, did not reveal that to me. The Lord revealed that to me.
Through us, the men of Great Millstone from the apostles on down.
No, I'm not saying like men ain't gonna tell you things. Men may tell you an Israelite. But as far as speaking like this, when they tell you stuff like, oh Yahawashi only dealing with Great Millstone, GMS got the keys, that's, you gotta actually look at what they're saying, because stuff like that is contrary to the scriptures. This is 1 Corinthians 1 and 12. No, this I say, that every one of you saith, I am of Paul. Just like they're saying, no, I am of Apollos, or I'm from AUAC, I'm from I'm from GMS, and I have Cephas and I have Yahawashi. Verse 13, is Yahawashi divided? Was Paul crucified for you? Tell me, how the hell does GMS got the keys? Was he crucified for you in Revelations? Was they crucified for you in Revelation 5 and 5? It was Yahawashi. Think. Was Paul crucified for you? Or were you baptized in the name of Paul? No. Shit, man.
And the reason why...
No, listen to this.
Certain Israelites can't get it is because the Most High didn't give it to them. Their eyes are closed.
Your eyes is closed to the fact that what The stuff these men are saying is wrong. And he's going to say it himself why.
Even if we tell you what it is, you refuse to see it because the Most High ultimately closed your eyes.
So even if we tell you that, yo, Tahar saying that GMS got the keys is wrong. Tahar saying that Yahawashi when dealing with GMS is wrong according to the scriptures. Even if we bring out the scriptures, all the scriptures we could bring out, it's a rat. You're not gonna get it.
To that. Let me go to
let me jump to 12:39.
Put the spirit on these devils to set up YouTube, so for us to push this word.
And next thing I'm gonna say, YouTube is not the end all be all, man. That's not the end all be all. All right.
As Apostle Gabar always says, that YouTube is doing our heavy work.
No. To add to what I'm saying. Not saying that you can't use YouTube to push the truth, but it's not the end all be all right?
Because we don't have to get on a plane or
so
a boat and go on the other side of the world to set up camps.
So he's saying this, that you don't gotta get a plane or boat to go on the other side of the world to set up camp, because YouTube does the heavy lifting, which is true. YouTube helps us, meaning, and to add to it again, it's not the end all be all. So why would you call somebody wicked if they ain't going out on the highways and byways and but they're putting up videos on YouTube? Why would you do that? All right, ask them. Why would you do that? All right. I had another point, but it's cool.
The camps got set up through the spirit, by way of what? By way of YouTube. Now, if Esau had known this, he would have never had you, even in the writings. And then you have what's called the New Testament,
which a lot of brothers from Great Millstone don't really go into the New Testament, because if they read it, it's going to cut them in the spirit. It's going to cut them in the spirit.
From the book of Matthew to the book of Revelation, which is the last book of the scriptures, and you also have the
this is ridiculous, man. Yo, it's ridiculous, but I know that Israel is under a spell. I know, so I can't really. You know what? This is what Yahawashi did. Forgive them, for they know not what they do. I know Israel is under a spell. I know this is known. This is Luke 23 and 24. This is when they was crucifying Yahawashi. So you know what? That's our understanding. This is Luke 23 and 34. Then said Yahawashi, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do, and they parted his women and cast lots. Because, you know, at the end of the day, Israel, this is a spell this is a tough spell. Like I always saying, this spell probably come from Voldemort himself. You know, but I don't, like, y'all, if y'all read the scriptures, you could easily see what this man's saying doesn't align with the scriptures. And if you could stop being a respecter of persons, you could see it. Stop hiding your eyes. Open your eyes. You know? Y'all from Bird Box. Sandra Bullock from Bird Box. Bird Box. This is Sirach 4 and 22. Accept no person against thy soul, and let not the reverence of any man cause thee to fall.
Taught to you.
I ain't even meant for this to be long, but I'm gonna try and hurry it up.
It wasn't given to you through the spirit.
See what he said? He said he was taught to you. It wasn't given you through the spirit. And a lot of you men out there is just taught. Just like what these schools do to these kids. They send them to school and whatever, like, it's just taught. How should I say? Like, they just program you to operate a certain way. This was taught to me, and I'm not gonna pass the bounds. Didn't you know? And Tahar has says this many times. The elder who you refer to, Elder Tahar, says this many times. He tells you the reason why he broke off from the schools and one rest, because they was going off in the scriptures. But right now, he's going off in certain areas of the scriptures. So, like, what's the problem with a man correcting what he's saying? man. Y'all just get honestly, Yahawashi set the bar high, to be honest, to deal with Israel. He had so much patience and so much peace in him that he said, Father, forgive them, for they do not Father, forgive them, for they do not know what they are doing. He had so much patience to say that, but I gotta pray for that because it makes you type upset,
13th verse. Wherefore the Lord saith, for as much as this people draw near me with their mouth, and with their lips do honor me, but have removed their heart, mind far from me, and their
fear that's most the men who follow
toward me is taught by the precept of men. So you got Israelites.
Why he finna talk about the majority of his congregation.
That'll look at a particular group of Israelites and look at their head, and they might like the way the guy speaks, or the way the guy dresses, or the
he talking about his whole congregation. He also talking about IUIC too, which is true. IUIC, all them letters alphabet.
The look that he has, and they say, I'm going with this guy, and whatever this guy says, I'm gonna blindly follow. Whatever he says, I'm not gonna.
This is what they do for you, brother. This is what they do to
question it. Now you know the Church of Berea is not following that guy.
Exactly, we're not following. Like you're not lining up with the scriptures, but at the same time, you bring out these precepts, and this is what the majority, probably not all, the majority of your congregation is doing.
If he ain't if he's teaching like that, or if you have that mentality.
Oh boy.
Now let me jump up. Like this is why vocab alone can't get it, because number one, he's delivered.
Hey, I really don't even want to. I'll try and finish it. I don't want to listen to the rest because it's just a whole bunch of BS from up to this point. It's a whole bunch of BS, man.
To the prophets of the Lord, which are us, the men of great millstone, from the apostleship on down.
Oh,
so that's
and these are the men that insist in pushing a false chat, the 12 traits chat. Insist in pushing the rape doctrine. Why would we have to rape our women when in the kingdom we're gonna be kings? They're gonna want to live with us. Why are like, yo, man, yo, it's funny.
That's what a learned man would say. I can't break down Revelation 13, verse 16 and 17 because it is sealed. Then why would the Most High make the statement in Revelation 22 where it says, seal not the book? So it's
you add into the words. Hey, let me bring on some precepts, man. This is John 10 and 16. And other sheep I have, which are not of this fold, right? Them also I must bring, and they shall hear my voice, not see a child. And there shall be one fold and one shepherd. And I brought out the precept, 2 John 1 and 10. 1 and 9. Whosoever transgresseth and abideth not in the doctrine of Yahawashi, not the doctrine of GMS. It's not talking about the doctrine of GMS. It says the doctrine of Yahawashi had not YAHAWAH. He that abideth in the doctrine of Yahawashi, he had both the Father and the Son. Ephesians 2 and 8. For by grace are you saved through faith, and that not of yourselves, it is the gift of YAHAWAH. Easy precepts, man.
Obvious that somebody that the book that the Most High.
Hey, boy.
Do the book.
Hey, I'm gonna finish the video. I'm gonna finish watching this, and then if I got any extra, comments through the scriptures, I'm gonna post it. But right now, I'm gonna end this video. All praises to the Most High, Yahawah, BAHASHAM, Yahawashi. I'm just a vessel. Salutes and salutations to the sincere brothers out there who's about the truth. Shalom.